So y'all been asking me about how me and my ex-partners met or what's our relationship to each other. And honestly, it's not really a lot to it, y'all. Like, it's a little ghetto, but it's not a lot to it. So y'all, this what happened. I met him through an ex-associate of ours. And when we met, like, we was just flirting and stuff. It wasn't nothing serious. And then we had decided to exchange numbers. So when we exchanged numbers, we literally, like, immediately started talking all day, every day. Literally through his breaks, my breaks, as soon as he home from work, when he first on the way to work, like all that good stuff. And so like a week into of doing this, he had said something, I can't remember what it was, but I was like, well, if that happened, then I'm your girlfriend or whatever. And he was like, shit, fuck you, my girlfriend. So we had made it official a week later. And then I want to say probably like a week after that, maybe 2 weeks, I can't really remember, we decided that we didn't want to do the long distance thing. And because he had a more stable job and my job could transfer to where we was or where he lived, we decided that me and the kids would just move to where he was. So me and the kids, we moved to where he was, literally probably like a month and a half into us being together. And then like some months later down the line, I was on Facebook and I was talking about poly this, poly that. And he texted me and was like, you keep on talking about poly this, poly that, but how do you really feel about it? Would you actually be in a poly? Would you try it? And at first, like y'all, it was some pushback because I'm an overthinker. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to share my man with somebody that I don't know. And I don't like going into shit without the unknown. I ain't never been in no poly, so I don't know how I feel about that. So we did have like some little back and forth, but eventually I was like, you know what? I'll try it. I'll be open to it. Do you got somebody in mind? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, who? So he said her name. And I was like, you talking about your baby mama slash wife? He was like, yeah. And I ain't gonna lie, it was a lot of questions that was going through my mind because at the time, like when we was talking about this, the last I knew, they was at odds. So for her to be like the person that he suggested, it was like, it threw me for a loop because the last I knew, they was at odds. So when did y'all become cool? When did, you know, y'all have a conversation to not be at odds no more? Like, I'm literally confused and I'm lost. So, he gave me an explanation. And because I felt like he have never kept nothing from me, and normally when I ask him a question, when I know the answer, even if he don't know that I already know the answer, he has been truthful. So I just, took his word for what he said or whatever. And I'm like, you know what? Okay, cool. As long as we have a conversation and we all get on one page and have one understanding, I'm with it. We can try it out. So he introduced us or whatever. And once he introduced us, we did have some conversations, and probably like some days into that, we was like, you know what, like we gonna do this, we gonna do it. So we made our poly official or whatever. And then literally probably like a month into, probably not even a full month, but I want to say probably like a month into being a poly relationship, we all moved up on the same roof together. And, it just went from there. And we are broken up not even a full year later. So there's that.